Colorado ranks top 3 in the nation for interstate use and bottom 10 for abuse. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News. First, this weekend was the third busiest of summer and the busiest month since shutdown. More than 137,000 vehicles passed through both sides of the Eisenhower Tunnel Friday through Sunday, down about 2% compared to the previous weekend, down 3% compared to a high of 142,000 vehicles July 10th through 12th. 500,000 vehicles have traveled I-70 through Summit this July, weekends only, up 17% over June, 73% over May. But I-70 summer traffic is still lighter than usual, down 10.5% compared to July last year. Colorado's interstates are some of the busiest in the nation, while its highways and bridges are in the bottom 10 for damage. A recent study from TRIP, a transportation research nonprofit, shows freeways like I-70 and I-25 are the third busiest in the U.S., behind those in California and Maryland. Since 2000, in-state traffic has grown 17 times faster than road capacity, and all that use brings damage. 6% of roadways statewide are in poor condition, same as 5% of bridges, both double the national average, worse than 42 other states. Experts say booming population and tourism, plus weather and aging infrastructure are to blame. Nearly half of Colorado's interstate bridges are 50 years or older. The driver of a cement truck was seriously injured this Saturday when his truck rolled off Highway 9 just outside of Kremmling. Colorado State Patrol confirms the 54-year-old male driver was airlifted to St. Anthony's in Frisco with serious injuries. No word on his condition today. No one else was involved. That portion of road was closed nearly 12 hours, from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. County crews are closing Peak 1 Drive in Frisco this week for the final phase of road work there. Peak 1 Drive closes this Thursday from County Commons to St. Anthony's, meaning you will have to use the highway for the hospital. The intersection of Highway 9 remains open for access to County Commons and Miners Creek Trailhead. Work on Peak 1 Drive wraps up in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, road and rec path updates are happening now in Breck on Huron Road at Railing Drive. That continues through late August with detours and closures. The biggest project in town of Breck history is just about finished and right on schedule. A new $53 million water plant north of town is 95% complete, and contractor Moltz Construction estimates they will be done next Monday, August 3rd. This project was not delayed by COVID, as one of the few essential capital projects on the town's calendar. The new downtown parking structure is estimated at $50 million. The North Water Plant should come online by end of the year, preparing Breck for water needs through 2050 at least. Summit County was home to Colorado's first case of COVID-19, while Mesa County and Grand Junction were the first to win exemptions from statewide rules. State Representative Matt Soper of Mesa and Delta counties explains.
For the longest period of time, we had no deaths. This week changed that as well. We had our first death in Mesa County. But being under 50 cases meant that we could make the case to the state that we should be allowed to be under a variance and to be able to do things a bit different. And that just really helped in Mesa County.
Mesa remains a COVID holdout, with the 5th fewest cases of any Colorado county, and by far the fewest for a large county, a rate of 1 in every 668 residents, 7 times better than Summit, nearly 12 times better than Eagle. But Soper says the Western Slope was never immune to COVID.
At first, back in March and April, I'd say it was kind of doomsday. People felt that we had kind of reached the end of the world.
Soper admits Mesa's economy is not tied to tourism like Summit, but outside-the-box thinking is needed for both, as he expects 2 to 3 years at least before full recovery.
Very quickly, I saw a lot of resilience, a lot of innovation, a lot of people being very creative with how to get back to work, how to make money again, how to put food on the table.
Soper was in Summit last week for a tour of the county, led by local Representative Julie McCluskey. In sports, the Rockies are off today, back tomorrow for the Athletics. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, Race 2 of the Summit Trail Running Series went down last week in French Gulch, where 17-year-old Alex Moline was fastest men's and overall finisher on the short course. 14-year-old Bethany Michalik won the women's race. 28-year-old Morgan Elliott took the men's and overall long course title. 52-year-old Ava Hagen won the women's long run. About 70 runners competed. Next race in that series is August 5th at Baker's Tank in Breck. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.